Hey guys, welcome to the Late Night Football Show. And in the previous video, we decided upon the team of the year. Now we will go with the player of the year, signing of the year, manager of the year, and the young player of the year. So we have again same guest with us. And so let's just get on to this. Who has been the manager of the year? For Aniket, for you?
There have been so many people because you can put Thomas Tuchel into the argument. He hasn't managed a lot of games for Chelsea. He came in mid-season, but Chelsea are comfortably sitting in the top four position, and they haven't lost. They have only lost one game in the Premier League since he came. And again, there are other players, other managers like David Moyes, who took a West Ham team, struggling West Ham team, and they are competing for Champions League. Again, another, if you want to go for who is going to win the Premier League, Pep Guardiola is there. The way he started the league, 8 games, 12 points, then going on to win the league. Didn't win the league yet, but will probably win the league soon. So taking all of this in consideration, maybe Pep Guardiola would be for me because I take accolades above anything else. And Pep has already won one trophy this season. He's about to win another trophy, and he's in the finals of the Holy Grail for football. So Pep Guardiola would be for me.
Again, I will ask you just like taking the consideration the Premier League, not any other league. Just okay. Or in terms of that, has he done? He has done enough for Premier League to be the manager of the year.
He's 10 points ahead of Manchester United, who are sitting second. So obviously, because if you look, basically, I've had this discussion with some friends, and they said that if Thomas Tuchel would have taken Chelsea in the beginning of the season, maybe Chelsea would have been a lot better. But that's you can't say what
an argument for this time.
Exactly, that's not an argument. So for me. And then again, the statement comes that West Ham were a struggling team, and then David Moyes just transformed them. But the way Pep Guardiola didn't have a good last match of the season, that was Lyon. He didn't have a good match. They didn't get a very good. They didn't get a friendly. They didn't get a pre-season, and after that, we didn't start the league well. We lost 5-2 at home. We drew to Leeds, and then after that, somehow he did have transfers with him, so he transformed the team into a very disciplined team and a team that is going to win the league.
I think he came up with amazing tactic after the Leicester loss. Diaz,
especially which team uses false nine in Premier League other than Man City? No one else, because everyone realized Premier League is such a physical.
I think Liverpool fan is laughing
because Firmino is a defensive striker. That's why.
No, I mean he has a false nine.
But if you are just talking about if has he done enough in the league, I'm sure he has, because he's going to win the league. So I don't think is there anything.
You have given your name. I want to come to Arif.
I'm in two minds: Jose Mourinho or Frank Lampard.
If we come to that, we will have a segment of worst.
Why not? Why not?
The season, worst
but for me, it has to be either Pep Guardiola, Marcelo Bielsa, either of the two.
Pep Guardiola will come later on, but Marcelo Bielsa, the manager who has caught the eye of the whole world, I think he's the aura behind him, the mystery behind him, and the way his team has played. I think they have been the most exciting team to watch, Leeds, especially in the beginning of the season, which was not sustainable. And you can credit that to Bielsa, how he saw the requirements of the Premier League, did some tactical changes, and look at them where they are now, beating Spurs in the last match and performing so well. And people are talking about they cannot keep up this, they cannot keep the players fit. I mean, their players have been fit and firing for the whole season. And so Bielsa is also good shot. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he is a good shot, especially when he's taking a team that has just been promoted after 16 years.
Yeah.
So, and but there were patches where Leeds weren't performing very good. They lost, but there's one thing that maybe it holds before ahead of Pep Guardiola, that Bielsa hasn't lost in his home to any of the top six clubs.
Yeah.
So that is a big thing for him to do. But it's still, it's Premier League.
But he has lost to lower league.
To see.
But he has lost to lower.
Yes, he has lost to.
It's not
lower teams. Yeah. But you also need to consider where Leeds are.
Talking about Manu.
you need to consider who is in the which position Leeds are in this season. They are 11th, I think.
And it's not like they have not spent
So
money. I mean, people think they don't have spent
yeah,
money.
they have
spent a lot of money.
Those who have
club,
seen the
big club.
documentary,
Yeah.
those who have seen the documentary of Leeds, they literally have a Champions League winner in their goalkeeping spot. So they have spent money. I think Bielsa has done enough when it comes to a team that has been promoted just now. Like we could have said that about Chris Wilder last season in Sheffield, but he hasn't maybe done enough, because I think that the capacity and the quality Leeds had, they could have gone for a lot more. They were in a better position, but they just slipped from there. And now they are trying to get to a better position, but it's just 3-4 games left. So
okay, so give me
for
top 3 managers for you
in this season.
Just name them.
I think it would be Pep, Tuchel, and maybe Bielsa coming in third.
And who will be in your top 3?
Marcelo Bielsa, Pep Guardiola, and David Moyes.
David Moyes. Okay. I mean, if we have to, if you see in this way that you have both Pep Guardiola in top 3, we can say that he can be the manager of the. We can come to that. Like, it is your choice, but like if he is actually, I mean, for Bielsa is also in your list, right? He's in second. In third.
Yeah.
No, Aniket.
Acha, for me, he's
third. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Ole doesn't have anything. Yes, his team is second.
He has improved a lot, because he's not an experienced manager. He was managing a Norway club before, and other managers in this list are so much more experienced than Ole. And Ole is actually the one who actually outlasted Lampard and Arteta.
That was a big race. That was.
I think that Ole is in a much safer position than compared to Arteta right now. And but in Premier League, when you see they don't have a team, I feel that Manchester United do not have a team that could actually challenge for a title. Not yet. I think the closest to Man City who would be a challenger, maybe Liverpool and Chelsea. Other than that, I don't think there's anyone who could.
I think if you see in this way, I mean, it's about the manager of the year. So where there are few candidates, and Moyes is there one, and Brendan Rodgers, who has done exceptionally well this Leicester team. But like recently, they have I think people are saying they're choking, but I don't think it's choking. It's just the run of fixtures that they have. It's just incredibly tough for anyone to beat, to win all those games. But Brendan Rodgers has done excellent, and especially he has a good squad also. All these managers have good squads, but Pep Guardiola, if you talk about what has impressed me with Pep Guardiola, is that the way he has been he has actually tried to evolve. This is the first time he has rebuilt a team. We can easily say that in all his managerial career, he has not rebuilt a team. So I mean, and now he is going away with the league, but that has more to do with how the other teams in the table have performed actually. I mean, because if you look at this as a points table, they have been very poor. And but with Moyes, what you can say is that the way he has taken this West Ham team from 17th to now top in competing for Europe is unthinkable. I mean, which do you think manager has taken the most out of these sets of players? Like for all these managers that I'm talking about, the players that they have under them, who has actually gotten the best out of them and played the better football and actually
definitely Marcelo Bielsa.
I think
every player is playing different positions.
I think it would be Pep Guardiola still, because there were so many players who have improved so much in Man City. We talked in the previous video that De Bruyne was not up to the mark in this league. So we saw Gundogan stepping it up, and the credit needs to go. We saw Mahrez stepping it up in the later stages of the season. Phil Foden, one of the most, not improved, but one of he had his breakthrough season. John Stones, one of the most improved players. Rodri, there were so many. Leeds are a team who are very, unpredictable, because going into a match, and obviously I don't know how they had a 0-0 with Manchester United, but they are a team, they won't have a 0-0 ever, because they score, they run, they do everything. But still, Leeds are very unpredictable going into a match. You may win, you may not win in that match. That doesn't depend whether they are playing home or away. So even that's one credibility also comes into factor when it comes to manager who can win more when he's. I'm not saying that Leeds has a comparable squad to Man City. Obviously, they don't. But still, in Premier League aspects, Man City has been a lot more reliable than Leeds when it comes to winning matches.
And what is that about Bielsa, Arif, that you think he edges over Pep this season?
This newly promoted side in the mid of the table, doing wonders, putting out a show for everybody. The style of play, everything is new for us, for the usual Premier League fans. We haven't seen that in a while. So overall, like, players are very versatile, very fit. You hear everything, and you consider overall, I think that's a good thing you wanted to see. We've been seeing Pep Guardiola, we've been seeing Jurgen Klopp. They're good, but something new, something different, that's exciting. That's why.
I will not say that we have to agree mutually upon this one, but I would just say that Bielsa has, and actually has impressed me a lot, to be honest, because for a newly promoted team to perform like this, to be so courageous with the ball, it has all to do with the Bielsa, because I think if you take Bielsa out of that team, I think it will suffer. I think it might get relegated. I don't know, but if you take out Pep Guardiola of City, I mean, of course, I am not saying that he will win the league, but they will win the top 4.
But also that when we are talking about a promoted team doing wonders, why didn't no one consider Chris Wilder last season? And
no, I think people did consider, but it's just that eventually.
Who won the manager of the year last season? It was Jurgen Klopp.
But it's different. Liverpool actually ran away with the league. I mean, it just.
But when it, that last season was pretty normal season compared to this one, because last season no team was playing 2-3 matches in a week. This season everyone's playing, even the lower league, Leicester, West Ham, they have to play at least 2 matches in a league, a midweek match.
Don't forget, you still haven't won the league. It's still precarious.
As it stands, we are winning the league because Leicester has just scored a goal.
Okay, Brendan Rodgers. Okay, done. If Leicester wins, Brendan Rodgers is the manager of the season, because he has to.
Brendan, I think. No. Brendan Rodgers
seriously. If Brendan Rodgers gets this Leicester team to finish in the top 4, I think he has to be the manager of the season.
But you also need to say that Brendan Rodgers is actually an experienced manager. He has managed Liverpool before. I mean, he slipped from the title, but still. So then he has managed good teams.
But
before.
It's not about experience.
He was in Rangers.
David Moyes has managed like all the teams probably in the Premier League and all. So it just. I'm just saying that
one thing maybe that could go in favor for Bielsa would be that Bielsa has never played in Premier League before. So this might be as his first year. I think it was exceptionally good, but still Leeds are very unpredictable. They can win 3 matches in a row, and they can win 2 matches in a row, and that
and you can't put this argument that if you put Bielsa in a City team, they will do this.
That argument I don't think,
because they have their own they have their own types of players. Maybe Bielsa would not have such players in his City team.
Of course, he won't take Sterling. Of course.
Even Guardiola is not taking Sterling for the match.